Hi everyone, welcome to story time. My friend Doyle and I are going to read some stories today about white rabbits in winter. So go ahead and get something cozy and something to snuggle with. It's time to start story time. While Doyle enjoys a salad, let's read our first story. Today we're going to start with a book called Snow Rabbit, Spring Rabbit, a book of changing seasons. And what color is our rabbit? Look familiar? Ready, Doyle? Snow rabbit, spring rabbit. When snow falls to the ground and all the trees are bare, everyone knows it's winter, including the rabbit. Right, Doyle? Some fly away from the cold. Who flew south for the winter? Yeah, did you see all the big long strings of geese flying? I bet you've heard them too. Some have a long, cozy sleep where they live. Who do you think is sleeping through the winter? Lots of animals do, but did you think of a bear? That's right. Bears hibernate and sleep in the winter. Some swim to warmer waters. See them all? Turtles, and whales, and dolphins, all kinds of animals. While some have a thick, woolly coat, they can stay in the snow. They look comfortable with all that fur, don't they? Some gather extra food for the winter. Do you remember who was in the trees gathering all that food? Do you remember? They were very busy in the fall. You guessed squirrels, you were right. While some travel far to find things to eat. Some stay very still. Can you see them in the water? Alligators. That's how they survive the winter. While some keep busy moving fast and staying warm. A whole colony of mice. But when the snow has melted and the trees are in bloom, everyone knows it's spring. Are you ready for spring? Maybe we can enjoy the snow a little bit before then. Including the rabbit. What color is our rabbit now? That's right, he's brown. Doyle is going to stay white year-round, but there are some rabbits that change color. And not just rabbits, there's some foxes and other animals that do too, so that they can blend in with the snow. Do you remember how our story started? With our white rabbit, and then when the weather warms up and things become green and brown again, our rabbit turned brown. That's how they survive the winter. Luckily for Doyle, he gets to be indoors all winter long, where it's nice and warm. And have fresh salad brought to him, right, Doyle? Is this yummy? All right, let's let him enjoy the rest of his meal, and tell another story. This one has, you guessed it, another white rabbit in it. This one's called Rabbit's Gift. And let's see, it was written by George Shannon. Rabbit's Gift. Did you bring a gift, Doyle? Rabbit twitched his nose in the cold, damp air. Time to find food. More snow is coming soon. Oh dear. He hopped and pawed through the field till he found a turnip. Then a second one too. Quickly he was cold. Rabbit rolled them home. Rabbit grinned as he nibbled. A turnip always makes for a cozy meal. Warm and safe, he thought about Donkey alone on the hill and wondered if she found enough to eat. It's hard for animals to find things to eat in the winter. Rabbit gently butted his extra turnip to Donkey's house, but Donkey wasn't there. Rabbit left the turnip by the door, then hopped back home as his tracks disappeared in the falling snow. Do you ever see animal tracks outside and know someone's been there? When Donkey returned with a potato she'd found, she nearly stepped on the turnip by the door. Who could have left this nice surprise? Asked Donkey. My potato is plenty for me. Goat's always hungry. I'll take this to him. I think Doyle's always hungry too. Are you? Maybe not always. Donkey hurried to her neighbors, but Goat wasn't there. Donkey left the turnip by the door, then climbed back home as her tracks disappeared in the falling snow. When Goat returned with a cabbage he'd found, he nearly stepped on the turnip by the door. Dear me, said Goat, someone lost a turnip. And with all this snow, maybe it was Deer when she passed this way. Goat tucked his cabbage inside the door, then rolled the turnip around the bend to Deer's house. But Deer wasn't there. Goat left the turnip by the door, then trudged back home as his tracks disappeared in the falling snow. When Deer came home with a carrot she'd found, she nearly stepped on the turnip by the door. How kind, said Deer. Someone left me a gift. But there's no need to keep more than I can eat. With the snow this deep, Rabbit couldn't have found much food. Where do you think the deer will take this? Deer took high steps through the deep, deep snow. Would you like to see? Rabbit was home, but sound asleep. Deer left the turnip by the door, then leaped back home as her tracks disappeared in the falling snow. Do you remember who had that turnip first? The next morning, Rabbit woke up early. After a nibble of his turnip, he was ready to play. Doyle, are you ready to play? I think so. But as he stepped outside, Rabbit tripped on another turnip lying by the door. Who in the woods could have brought me this? Rabbit looked for tracks, but the night's fresh snow had erased everything. I don't know who to thank. Then Rabbit slowly grinned. But I know just who to share it with. Yes, a turnip always makes for a cozy meal. Then there are some notes about the folktale in the back of this book that this book is based on. Well, that was Rabbit's Gift by George Shannon. I think we've lost Doyle. So I guess maybe we're done with story time for today. I hope you enjoyed our White Rabbit stories, and I will see you all very soon. Until then, bye.